Hi, welcome to this week's Fundraising Friday. This week we're talking about how to create a fund development plan. In our last video, we talked about why you might want to have a strategic fundraising plan. And if you left that one going, yeah, absolutely, but now what? We're going to talk about now what. I'm a firm believer of data and that we want to base our plans based upon objective data. So when we create a fund development plan, that's where we start. Download whatever kind of data you have from your database about your donors. You want to look at things like what percentage of my money comes in from different sources, how much from individuals, from corporations, from foundations, from, how much from events, how much through letters, how much through personal meetings with folks, etc. Then you want to look at your donors. I like to print out a list of all my donors, what they've given over the last 3 years, and then sort them. I look at how many donors have given more than 1 year. That tells you your retention rate. I like to look at how many donors have given gifts of more than, usually it's $1,000 or $500, to say, how many major donors do I have? And then how many donors do I have at the lower levels, which is my broad-based support for my future major donors. Once you have that data, then you can compare it to best practices research. For example, about half of your money should come from individuals if you have a budget of less than $2 million. If your budget is larger than that, then you have a larger percentage that comes in from individuals. 90% of your donors should give 10% of your funds, and vice versa. Your top donors should be 10% of your number of donors, but provide 90% of your revenue. Then you look at where are your gaps. And you start to identify, why do we have those gaps? If we need a broader base of support, that tells me you need to do more broad-based solicitations, so write a plan to do so. If your donor retention rate is low, you need better stewardship. Create a plan to do that and implement that. Look also at your resources you have at your disposal. What are the talents of your development staff? Maybe what you need is an investment in more staff. When you have the data and you have the plan, that helps you make that argument to your board, to your executive director, to say you need more resources. Maybe you need to be doing more in technology, but you just personally don't know what you need to do. Again, that's an argument to say we need to invest in some professional development, or I need to invest in some professional development. So take the time now, pull your data, look at your data. It'll help you identify where there are gaps, and then you can create the plan to overcome those. That's this week's Fundraising Friday. Thanks. Have a great weekend.